Hey guys, welcome back to PHT TV. As we mentioned last week, we have worked our way all the way through the Heritage lineup, all the way from the Heresies all the way up to the Jubilees, and now we're going to be working with some amps. So over the next couple weeks, we'll be unboxing some Parasound gear to help share some differences and hopefully help you decide what would be best for you if you are in the market. After the unboxings, we're going to dive into some listenings as well as some side-by-side compares with some amps as well. That said, if you have not already, please click that subscribe button below and click the little bell next to it to enable notifications. Not only will this let you know as soon as new videos release, but it'll also be the first step to put you in the running for many of our giveaways and contests that we have here on PHT TV. Today we are going to dive into some basic separates. Last week we talked about the new classic integrated amp, and if you look behind us, we have actually included it into our new setup. We've replaced the Carry SLI 80HS and we put in the Parasound new classic 200 integrated amp. Now, that's not to say one is any better than the other, but we are comparing these Parasounds now, and you can see we've actually moved the Carry off to the side temporarily. Further on in these episodes, we are actually going to be comparing the tubes to the solid states as well. So we'll be bringing that Carry back out to put against the new classic. So we'll see how that goes as well. Today we're going to dive into some basic separates. Integrated units combine several solutions into one box, while separates like the ones we'll be going over today each handle their own task or small set of tasks. So today we'll be unboxing the Parasound P6 Preamp and DAC, as well as the A23 Plus Power Amp. These units will be used in combination to bring your source material to your speakers. Using separates as opposed to integrated amps will allow you to kind of create a more customized experience by giving you the ability to place more focus on the items that are more important to you. Let's go ahead and start by unboxing the Parasound P6 Preamplifier and DAC. Now, before we go any deeper, I'm going to flip the screen upside down here so you can actually read what this says. What this says is stop. Before you open this carton, now is a good time to make sure that you purchase this unit from an authorized Parasound dealer, which Paducah Home Theater of course is. There is no Parasound warranty for this unit if it was purchased from anywhere else. It is very important to make sure that you get these guys from an authorized retailer to make sure that you are eligible for the full warranty that they come with. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to show you how this guy is packed on the inside. We have an external box, we have an internal box, and then very thick styrofoam before you'd actually be able to get to the unit here. We have our cables and accessories here, so we're going to pull those out first before we get to the preamplifier. Alright, so in this box here, we first off have the Parasound P6 2.1 channel Halo Preamplifier and DAC Owner's Manual. I'm going to toss that off to the side here. First off, when you open up the accessories box, we have our IEC cable for power. We have a USB A to B cable and a 12-volt trigger cable. And essentially what that does is if you have an amplifier that is connected and capable for the 12-volt trigger, you plug this unit into the other unit and it will turn on and off the power amplifier whenever your preamp turns on. We also have your Parasound remote as well as your batteries that are included with this unit. Set these guys off to the side and let's dig into the real thing you guys came here for. And here we have the Parasound Halo P6 Preamplifier and DAC. Now, first off, this unit is black, but it does come in silver as well. Now, this unit does have a built-in headphone amplifier, and on the front panel we have a headphone jack there, as well as a quick access aux input if you have everything hooked up and you just want to plug in an external CD player or external device of any kind. We do also have manual adjustments for the EQ here, so you have a treble knob, a bass knob, as well as a subwoofer knob, so you can manually control the subwoofer output from the front of the unit. On the front you do also have the balance, so you can switch left to right here. And then you have your input selector switch, so you can roll between all of your inputs using this turn knob here. It is an infinity knob, so you just keep going and going and going and it'll circle its way around. Same thing on the volume knob here, so just keep spinning. Your on-off switch is right below the headphone and aux input here. Then you have a tone adjustment switch here. Over here you also have the dimmer switch and a mute knob for quick and easy access to the mute button. All of this can be done from the remote as well, but these are just quick and easy access options for you here. Now, rotating around back, Starting from left to right, we do have a phono input, 5 analog line level inputs. We have our home theater bypass input here, USB input, a coax input, and 2 optical inputs for all your digital sources. As far as outputs go, over to your right here we have our RCA outputs. We have a dedicated XLR sub out as well, in addition to the 2 RCA subwoofer outputs. You also have balanced XLR ins and outs for interconnecting to the rest of your system. Now, all of that said, we have unboxed the preamp, but we're missing a very important component. We need some power, so let's unbox the A23 Plus. As with our P6, we do have the warning to stop and make sure you are purchasing from an authorized retailer. So here's what it looks like packed on the inside. We do have our accessories box, our user manual, and the amp itself. First off, we do have the Parasound Halo A23 Plus Stereo Power Amplifier Owner's Guide. I'm going to set that off to the side. Next, we have a brief overview of the USA Limited warranty on this product. And next we have the accessories. This is a basic amplifier, so we do just have a power cable as well as a 12-volt trigger cable. Let's set this off to the side as well and finish unboxing the A23 Plus. So, some of you might have asked in the past, or you may be asking right now, what is the Plus for in the A23 Plus? So there was a previous generation that was the A23. The A23 Plus has taken its place and has gone from 125 watts to 160 watts into 8 ohms with a 0.06 total harmonic distortion rating. So what that Plus essentially means is more clean power. Now this unit is listed as a Class A/B amp, and that can be a little bit strange and confusing, but it is awesome at the same time. Basically what this means is that it runs as a Class A amp until it hits a certain power level. From there, a second set of transistors will kick in to keep the unit cooler. This design also allows the amp to keep a smaller form factor than that of a pure Class A amp. Now, the front of the unit is very simple. You just have a basic on-off switch here. So let's go ahead and spin the unit around to the back. Now, as far as connections, you have pretty much exactly what you'd expect. You have balanced as well as unbalanced options available, and a selector switch to tell the amp exactly which one you'd like to use. Same on both sides here. And then you have your speaker connections here. And then you have your 12-volt trigger switch. That's about it for the back of this unit, as it's a fairly simple design. It is just the raw power. All the brains of the operation are going to be in your other unit. So here you have your combination, your Parasound P6 Preamplifier and your Parasound A23 Plus dedicated amplifier. This is the view from the back. And here's your view from the front. So as you can see, Parasound in the Halo series, it all looks very symmetrical, very beautiful design to keep everything aligned and looking nice on your desk. Now when we actually are putting these guys to use, you will see that I have the P6 on the bottom and the A23 Plus on top. That is because the A23 Plus is vented out of the top. We don't want to stop that heat from escaping from the top of the unit. So the P6 will be on the bottom, the A23 Plus will be on top. Aesthetically, these guys are designed very similarly in order to give you the best, most aesthetically pleasing design when looking at it from the front of the unit and from the side. They are the same as far as width. Both of these units can be placed on your table, they can be rack mounted. We did get these tables custom made and they are designed as essentially an amp table. Diving into separates can be somewhat intimidating, but really it's pretty simple once you start getting into it. It can be a bit more time consuming and more expensive and not quite plug and play, but it's certainly more customizable and can give you overall improved performance. Thank you guys for watching. Please let us know in the comments below if you have any questions or requests, and let us know what you'd like to see next. I'm Jason, and we'll see you again next week for yet another Parasound unboxing and another episode of PHT TV. This is just a basic accessory volt. This is just a basic... Hello P6. Hey there, guys. Welcome to PHT TV.